us the fascinating news. Pre-race here in Spain, we thought the pick of the tyre choice was going to be the hard front soft rear tyre. Maverick Vinales and Valentino Rossi have rolled the dice. They've gone left field. The two factory Yamaha men on the Michelin soft front tyre.
Yeah,
the only two in the pack.
Maverick went for that in morning warm-up, and I just thought that was reflective of the conditions because it was a lot cooler, but it wasn't. That's what he's got for. Marquez said everybody will go for the hard front soft rear. Well, that's the only thing he's got wrong probably in the last 12 months, but when it really matters, what difference does that make? They line up on the grid. Who will reign?
Dream. The whole shot then for Maverick Vinales on the crest straight away from Marquez Quartararo in third place. Miller got a brilliant launch off the line with the Cathy's whole shot device. And a bit wide in the first corner. He's into turn 4 as well as we now took it right to turn 5. Maverick Vinales got the start he wanted, the start he dreamed of. But this is now the world champion Marc Marquez who will be eager to show his front wheel straight away. The opening lap of MotoGP. The three men are all still there. Heading down now into turn 6. The soft front tyre will not give you straight up and down braking stability. It will give you really good stability though and gauge grip when you're leaning with the front brake on. Is that why Vinales and Rossi have gone for it? It's a gamble. You have to say, will it pay off? He just squeezed past Fabio Quartararo. Now Miller has got his eyes set firmly on the world champion. Oh, Maverick Vinales almost throws it away in turn 8. Checked up Marc Marquez big style there, didn't he? Pushing her early to try and get the he said his first plan able to try and get the front. That's job done. Then he was going to try and break away, but a little bit too eager coming through turn 8, lighting up that rear tyre. Maverick out the seats. Marquez were on board with through these fast right-handers coming up now to right Lorenzo corner. This is where it all kicks off so often. But Maverick Vinales will surely lead at the end of lap 1. Problem now for Fabio Quartararo because the Yamaha's not going to have the power. The acceleration out of corners to make it easy to get back on Jack Miller. So Fabio Quartararo's going to be a conundrum here because Miller and the Ducati, they are hard to overtake. The first lap of 2020 is complete. Maverick Vinales through. Fabio Quartararo was wide again there into turn 1 and he's lost another place. That's now 2 Ducatis right in front of him as Pecco Bagnaia goes through. Yeah, and he's got another Ducati all over his case as well now in the form of Andrea Dovizioso. This is the moment on board with world champion Marquez. Vinales is going to get that rear Michelin spinning out. There he goes. It went once, it went twice. The second one was a big scare. Marquez had to roll out of it. Now then, Fabio Quartararo trying to use that superior corner speed of the Yamaha, utilise the extra edge grip on that new Michelin rear tyre, which has thrown the Ducatis a bit of a curveball. He's never going to, though, get by Ducati, lining them up coming out the corners. The Ducati's just too strong on acceleration.
If you want to learn how to start in a MotoGP race, don't look at Marquez, don't look at Vinales, don't look at Quartararo, look at Bradley Smith. He used to be a demon at starts. He is again. His first race back in ages. He's up 5 places. He's 1 behind Rossi into 11th.
Yeah, Rossi check. He's in 10th place now then. Marquez.
And Brad Binder is in 8th, by the way.
Awesome. What a star South Africa have got in the making. He's the first South African ever to appear in the MotoGP category in the modern era. We've not had one, a South African in the Premier Class since Shane Norval 20 long years ago. South African fans, you have got a new hero to be roaring on in 2020.
Monster Energy Yamaha rider Maverick Vinales leads from Marc Marquez. Here comes Quartararo. He had to get that done. Brilliantly done, but he's run it wide and pardon me.
Squeezed Bagnaia on the curb on the inside there, didn't he? Oh, dragged me as fast. Can it get any worse for the factory Suzuki team? Alex Rins out through injury after that horrible crash in qualifying yesterday. And Juan Mir's first Grand Prix of 2020. Well, that's come to a premature conclusion. He's on the floor at turn 9. Horror show for Suzuki.
Yeah, how's your luck? Just before we started this season, we're talking up Suzuki so much. It's just a weekend to forget for Brivio.
And in this shortened season, 13 races, Marquez is looking to attack Maverick Vinales, and he does so at the Cito Punch corner.
There was another gap and Maverick said, thank you very much. This is brilliant stuff here from Maverick. This is MotoGP.
Pedrosa corner, turn 6 at the end of the back straight. Vinales tries to find a way back through, so already on this lap number 3, Marquez and Vinales exchange the lead 3 times. We're back with a bang. Here we go then into turn 8. Marquez leads. Normally you'd hear an eruption of noise coming into this section of the circuit, but of course you're just cheering from home into the right-handers now. Marquez then from Vinales. Jack Miller not far away in third. Quartararo already now pulling away from Spanyol. And it's Dovi, Paul Espargaro and Brad Binder. It's kind of already running a little bit to our expected. He's attacking at the Lorenzo corner. Not quite close enough. Marquez is such a late breaker, such a lead on the front end. It looked like, to all intents and purposes, already these tricky conditions are catching a couple of riders out. Alexis joining Juan Mir of the gravel track. One corner further, Alexis Espargaro got turn 10 for the Aprilia man, so already it's becoming a battle of attrition. Marquez here is really trying to push, really trying to pull away from Maverick Vinales. He knows he's there. He's got to try and break him. A bit twitchy going into turn 2 was Marquez. There's Jack Miller doing a great job so far. The big question for Ducati and Miller though is, can they last distance? Because if they can, Miller's in with a great shout of a podium here today, and that would be a phenomenal way of starting 2020. Quick check on Brad Binder again. This is his first ever MotoGP race in these really testing conditions, and he's still got Morbidelli, Rossi and Petrucci behind him. Moto2 world champion, one of the best we've ever seen, and a MotoGP winner. Incredible stuff by Brad Binder. Well, it's going to be so hard for him not to make mistakes in his first ever MotoGP race, but this is class so far. Do you know what? I think Marquez, he sat behind Vinales for a couple of laps and already was thinking, this is too slow for me, the pace not good enough. If this is Maverick's rhythm early on, I'm going. I'm going to try and get past him, and I can get out of here, leave him for dead, and that's exactly what's happening. Vinales has got nothing in response to the move to Marquez. Mark already, he was lethal in the third sector. He took 3/10 out of Vinales in sector 3 on this lap already.
He's out wide there, so he was out on the outside on the green stuff, and that's just lost him a little bit of an advantage as we go into turn 13. He is trying to push, and again a twitch from the rear as well. This is all or nothing for Mark at the moment. This is the attempt from the world champion to say bye-bye, but it's not without its dangers at the moment.
Yeah, and he knows as well, if he pushes the pace, ups his rhythm, he's done the fastest lap of the race, 38.426, he's going to push Maverick to abuse that soft front tyre even more. Marquez is thinking all the time, isn't he, about how he can exploit potential weaknesses in the opposition. These big, big questions here he's posing at Vinales, who's breaking. Oh, he's gone! He's gone! We lost sight of Marquez.
He stayed on board, but what's happened?
He's made a couple of mistakes on the previous lap. He's obviously lost the front or the rear going into turn 4.
Oh my goodness me, drama here in the opening race. He's trying to push too hard to get away, and he's got in the gravel.
All of a sudden on the camera shot, there was clear air in front of Maverick Vinales. Where on earth had Marquez gone? Off the circuit.
Look at that!
How's he stayed on board? What a save! He's back to his old tricks. Back to his old tricks. Welcome back to MotoGP. Marc Marquez on the elbow, on his butt cheek. Anybody else right now is getting a face full of gravel. Brilliant reactions, brilliant reflexes. Lindjarvis can't believe it. Victory hopes, though, surely they've gone for Marc Marquez. Straight back into his groove on dirty tyres. He does not care one iota.
Simon, your thoughts on that, please?
Absolutely amazing. I mean, I know that corner is terrifying. There's no room. You know, it is very, very similar to the first turn incident at Valencia.
That's Steve, too anxious, too overeager to get away and make the break. I don't know. You can ask me that question or this question for another 50 years, I won't have the answer. How the heck did he stay on board?
I don't know. I mean, that can be a career-ending corner there. That is terrifying, but he stays on board. What I can tell you here is that Marquez is in 16th, and he's now trying to get through the points. He's made another error there. He's struggling.
He's got rattle there now because that was a mistake he didn't need to make. Coming up behind one of the Reale Vinci Ducatis. Now then, opportunity knocks for Maverick Vinales to kickstart his 2020 title campaign from the top step of the podium. Already one of his title contenders and rivals, Alex Rins, not even in the race, injured. And Marc Marquez making a massive mistake which could have been punished so much more were it not for the cat-like reflexes of the world champion.
champion.
He's not human.
No.
He's not, honestly, he's not human. I tell you what, Matt, you're right. Opportunity knocks for Maverick, but so for the rest of this field, all of a sudden, seeing Marc Marquez out, I can tell you, their ears are pricked up in a big, big way, because they all of a sudden now, all of them realise there's a win on the card here.
Question now is, how's that soft front tyre going to hold up for Maverick Vinales? It's a long, long way to go. We've still got 20 laps to go.
I cannot believe what we've witnessed already in this short time. That was truly extraordinary. The drama we've seen already in the opening stages of this 2020 season. My goodness, here comes Fabio Quartararo. He wants to make it a Yamaha 1-2. He's up the inside of Jack Miller, but does he run it wide? No, he manages to hold off. Brilliantly done from the Frenchman. Yamaha are 1-2 again. Quartararo up to second.
You can see as well, Fabio Quartararo is just trying to run that defensive line, cut to the middle of the track so Jack Miller couldn't try and blitz by him again with his superior Ducati horsepower. Even though there's no long straights here in Jerez, the Ducati's at about 12 kilometres an hour over Fabio Quartararo. That's worrying for him, he said, going to horsepower tracks like Renault and the Red Bull Ring. Just watch this and marvel. Look at the angle of that front tyre. What can you say? Ridiculous, outrageous. Maverick Vinales there thinks he's out of the race. Mark's gone. He's down. How does he do it? It's just astonishing.
I'll tell you something else.
Takes your breath away. Simple as that.
He's not done yet. He's not done yet in this race. He's already, after a few mistakes, made it up to 14th place. So there's points on offer. You're going to see something here from Marc Marquez. Here he is, look.
If he comes back to the podium here, everybody else might as well pack up.
Just pack up and let's just call it a day there. He is a truly extraordinary human being, if indeed that is what he is. But ultimately, he's pushed so hard to try and get away. Simon.
Guys, the other amazing thing for me was that he saved it for starters, but he had less than a second to compose himself before he hit the gravel, and he controlled it in there as well. Truly awesome.
And then once he's back on the track, he's just hammered down, pinned on filthy, dirty tyres as well. There's nothing the guy can't do on two wheels.
Well, I mean, we'll be looking at that for some time to come.
I mean, he's got a pretty good back catalogue of miraculous saves, but you can put that one right up there.
Do you know the fascinating fact now, Matt, is that because Mark's out, Maverick can slow the pace down of this race. He's not going to be forced into trying to go for the 37s. That's the only thing that's in his advantage now with that soft front, is he can slow the pace.
I think we've lost Brad Binder, Steve, unfortunately. His name is tumbling down the tower.
That would be a terrible shame. He was going so well. Yeah, he's gone. What's happened? Where has Brad Binder disappeared to? This is Fabio Quartararo, second place in this race, 9/10 of a second down on Maverick Vinales, looking for his first victory in MotoGP. Marc Marquez is already up to 12th place, and he's cutting the gap to those ahead of him as well.
Well, he's the fastest man on the circuit. He's done a 38.6, a tenth quicker than Vinales. He's going to be gobbling up Lecuona, Petrucci and Oliveira very, very quickly. Now look at this. Fabio Quartararo jumping all over the rear tyre of Vinales.
Yeah, and that's because the pace has been slowed down to the late 138.
And this is because Maverick's thinking about preserving that front tyre, isn't he? He's thinking, obviously he's got the soft rear as well, but he's got to think about that soft front.
The problem is, Matt, is it brings all these guys into contention. I mean, the likes of Miller, Bagnaia, Dovi, Polisbarro and Morbidelli are all of a sudden going, hang on, come on, continue with this, Maverick, and we're in shot here for a podium. Valentino Rossi's struggling a bit. There's a big gap between Morbidelli and himself. It doesn't look like he's going to be in the fray for that.
Big shout out to Bagnaia as well, because at the moment he's been able to keep Andrea Dovizioso at bay for the whole of this race. He's now 8 laps old, a long way to go.
39.7. A 39.7 from Maverick
Totally rolled out of it, hasn't he? Totally rolled out of it. Dovizioso's just set his personal best lap of the race. He's second quicker than Vinales. Marquez, as we expected, makes light work of Iker Lecuona.
Can I just say, if this pace remains at mid-139s, Marc Marquez could still win. They need to be careful here.
What's happened here? Turn 6.
Something to one of the... Oh, that was Maverick. He made a mistake on the exit. He must have been out of the saddle, which is why the gap's closed. I think Marc Marquez, with a pace like this, could still make the podium.
1.1 seconds faster last time round than Vinales.
I mean, that would be the ride of a lifetime.
turn 4.
I'm full of admiration for Vinales and Rossi. They put a lot of laps on that soft front tyre. Maverick said yesterday in the press conference after qualifying that he was torn between the hard and the soft, but so unusual to see two riders go 2 steps softer and be so out of kilter with the rest of the grid. I mean, if it pays off, you look like a genius. If it doesn't, everybody's going to be going, guys, what the hell are you doing choosing that soft front?
Well, he's making a few mistakes here, is Maverick out front. This is not squeaky clean. This is not Sepang. There's a couple of errors, and Fabio Quartararo can smell it. Coming around the fast right-handers here. He's not close enough to make a move, and again on the front there. Look at that. He's wide in there, and Fabio Quartararo takes the lead. Maverick Vinales is struggling with that front Michelin soft tyre. Has he made the big mistake? He's shaking his head there. He's dropped back to 3rd place. Is there anything left of it?
And Fabio Quartararo then now leads the Spanish Grand Prix. The pole man hits the front after that mistake by Vinales. Miller in second. Marquez continues to side his way through the pack. He'll be picking up Petrucci very, very soon. They head over the crest down into turn 2.
Scenes here in MotoGP is Marquez. I mean, he's ridiculous, isn't he? He's just ridiculous. On the corner where he nearly lost it, he goes up the inside of Danilo Petrucci.
And look at Quartararo, he's already put a decent bit of daylight between himself and Miller. Vinales trying to regroup. At least the mistake at the final corner only let Quartararo and Miller through. Could have been worse, because keeping tabs on that top 3 are Bagnaia, Dovizioso and Pol Espargaro.
Pol Espargaro looks in great shape. That KTM, there's nothing wrong with that. He was the fastest rider of the top 6 on that last lap.
Well, and this bodes well for KTM in the future. If they had one big weakness in the past, it was in these scorching hot conditions. Every time they touch the throttle, look at this. Vinales, forks nearly bottoming out.
Well, that could have been completely different, couldn't it, for Maverick? You can see there he's using the back brake and everything just to try and get that bike stopped into the final corner.
KTM have found something that they've got. They've never been lacking horsepower. The speed of that KTM has always been there right from the start in 2017. What they've not had a way, mechanically and electronically, is to get that power to the ground, certainly in hot conditions. Pol Espargaro talked in the past. The wheels have been sitting on the KTM in these hot conditions normally. They've clearly found something with the chassis, with the swing arm and their electronics package to get that power to the ground, because normally in these track conditions, Pol Espargaro fades really, really quickly, but he's hanging on in there and keeping Dovizioso and Bagnaia really honest.
Well, he could be on for a tri-podium here. You just never know. I mean, it's so hard to predict what's going to happen based on what's happened already.
Well, that would be sensational. The only KTM podium, of course, came in Spain, in Valencia, in slightly more moist and cooler conditions I've seen through all of 2018.
Just a bit, yeah. By the way, talking of KTM, Brabham is not out of the race. We didn't know what happened to him. He's still in 18th place, but something obviously went wrong. He must have gone down and rejoined, you'd think.
Now the fuel load's lightened a bit and the bikes are getting a little bit less physical, cumbersome to manoeuvre around. Valentino Rossi has done a 1:39.3. That's on par with your likes of Vinales, Bagnaia, not too far behind Dovizioso. So at this stage of the race, Rossi's actually found some pretty good rhythm at the moment.
Shout out to Miguel Oliveira, the Portuguese rider.